create programs. You can do all kinds of things that are going to inspire people to come out and play your golf course or come take a lesson. You know, let them into your world and know a little bit about what you do and who you are, and that's important. So we don't have too much training. I know some of the big corporations have training on what you should be saying on these sites. I think that's important because hopefully if you go to my Twitter page, you go to my Facebook page, you're going to know a lot about who I am as a person and who I am, because I don't put junk out there. You know, I just don't want to be represented that way. I don't want to represent my golf school in Dana Ray that way either. So it's important that you're careful about what you put out there. We just actually went through a hiring process, and if you're looking for a job, I can guarantee you people are looking at your Twitter page and looking at your Facebook page. We sure did. I don't know how that's illegal or whatever, but people are out there looking at it, and if you got some stuff on there that's not appropriate, I mean, it's just not good. You know, so you got to be careful of what you're putting out there. Train your people, if they're on the social media sites, of what is going to fall in line with your vision and your goals. All I'm trying to put out there is quality golf content and things that are going to help my students, and also things that are going to help other coaches. I'm just about sharing. Like I said, what are your goals for using these tools? Driving business, right? That's the big thing. The big argument is, how do we track the ROI on these things? Well, how do you track ROI on a commercial, you know, or a newspaper ad? Unless you put a tag on there and say, you know, mention this when you come into a golf lesson. All I know is every single lesson I give, people are coming in and going, man, I love that blog post. That was awesome. Keep them coming. I get comments. People going, I just shared this with another guy. Or I just shared this. I'm bringing you referrals. Right? All I can tell you is my ROI is my lesson book is a month filled. I am full with a wait list. Okay? And I feel like it's the seeds that I've been planting the last 2 years that's created that. Okay? It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. And that's where a lot of people, when I was doing this stuff, and even people that are close to me, are like, this stuff doesn't work. Like, you wait. People are paying attention. Okay? Communities are getting smaller. I got friends in the UK that, I mean, it's amazing what's going on out there. How has it helped my business? One, it allowed me to do the research and get in touch with other guys. There's some brilliant golf professionals out there within the industry that are on Twitter, that are on Facebook, that are more than willing to share best practices with you, what's helped them, get involved in the groups. Like I said, there's a golf pro group out there on Facebook, and there's also a social media group on Facebook where people post questions, post videos, and I want to see more people in Charlotte, because it was interesting. I went down to the show, PGA show, all like these people around the world, and we're all excited about this stuff. Get back to the Carolina section, and nobody was doing it. Nobody's on Twitter. I mean, it was just, it was interesting. Because I asked everybody, I thought, you have a Twitter handle, let's catch up. Nothing. So I can tell you that if you care about your customer, it will come out. If you return your emails, it will come out. It will come back to you tenfold if you do this stuff. Talk about how I got started. I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. The economic decline basically was the best thing that ever happened to me. It forced me to get out of the box. It forced me to do something different. Because I was like everybody else. My book was full. I just roll in, work, and go teach my 9 hours and go home. Did no follow-up because I was so busy. Used to write thank you notes and this stuff. Couldn't do it. I was so busy. And then the economic decline, and started, well, that's not working anymore. We got to do something different. Right? So that's when it really started to happen. The weekly follow-up email. Stay in touch with your customer. Email is great, but you got to have something to include. They want to know about your promotions. They want to know what you're doing. Right? It's allowed me so many opportunities. I write a bi-monthly column for Golf Illustrated. They just started a Golf Online segment, and they needed some videos. Guess what? They're like, the guy was like, I know you got some videos. Send them over. I'm getting paid for that. It's crazy. I didn't expect that. I'm like, yeah, I'll be happy to do it. And they sent me a check. I was like, wow. So, the tips. I said the YouTube videos, Guru TV, hottest show on the internet. I don't know. Yeah, I had 61,000 views in my videos. Listen to your customer, man. That's it. It's all about that. They'll tell you. They're all on Facebook. Crush it. to be there because that's where the people are. That's where your customers are. They're in these, and they don't want all this time with phone calls, and they're busy, right? They want, I got everything on my phone. Boom, boom. Somebody has to get me, tweet me. I'm in there, man. I'm in there. Lunchtime, I'm catching up on tweets. It's a way to promote your brand awareness, right? I'm just lucky. I got actually one of the other professionals that used to work. Dan Rader gave me the name Guru. I didn't make it up, and it just stuck. And now my students call me Guru. So I started the Golf Guru show, and then they're like, "Nah, it's way too long." So one of my students said, "You just need to call it Guru TV." I'm like, "All right, well, there you go." So listen to what they tell me, kind of move along. You know, it's a great way to promote yourself. I mean, I feel like, you know, I'm great to work with Dana Rader is awesome. She's allowed me the freedom to, you know, express myself and to be like a brand within the brand. Because everything I do is promoting Dana Rader Gospel. Everything on my video has Dana Rader Gospel on it. On my blog, I got the banner. I mean, you can't pay for 28,000 views. I mean, you know, how much is that going to cost you? Okay? It's nothing. It's nothing but my time. It's all free. The blog sites are free. And it's all about building relationships with the customers. Okay? But there's two sides of it. It's, you know, building those relationships with your customers, but it's also building relationships within your community of your industry. Right? Other golf professionals. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I've learned more in the last 2 years than I've probably learned in 15 years of teaching and talking to all these pros around the world. I mean, it's unbelievable. Everybody's willing to share, and most of them, the smart ones, because it all comes back to you. If I have something to share, I'm going to tell them. I'm not worried about them taking my business. All it's doing is creating more value for me. It's making me a better coach. It's, you know, helping my lessons. My students are getting better. They're telling somebody else, and they're coming back to me to get better. So, you know, building those relationships is unbelievable. And the fact that if we're going to grow the game, we got to grow the game together. Right? And social media and marketing is really where it's at. And that's where it's that's the wave of the future. And it's all about driving more business. Yeah, so I use what I call the four corners of social media, the different ones that I just talked about. Interesting survey that Andrew Wood, I don't know if you guys have heard of him, Legendary Marketing. He's a pretty good guy. We do a little bit of work with him. Golf Pro survey, 60% were on Facebook, 15% were on LinkedIn, and then 1% on Twitter, which is unbelievable. So my little mastermind group for Golf Pros, we call ourselves the 1%ers. I mean, it's unbelievable. I spend more time on Twitter than I do on any of the other sites. Because it's so fast. You can communicate so fast. You have direct messaging, you got your at in your Twitter feed, but it's, I mean, we share. Anybody use Dropbox? Allows you to use Dropbox. Yeah, it's great. You share huge files of videos. You got a video of a student, hook it up, send it to me. And I should get paid for this, but I don't. But I do. A lot of my students that are traveling or college kids would be like, you know, I need to get to you. I can't get there. So we'll hook up a YouTube video. I'll look at it and I'll give them some feedback. I can also download that into my V1 and shoot it back to them. I know I don't have time to do it the right way, but that's, you know, I mean, people love that. I mean, I did when I first started blogging and doing my show, I did a painting project, basically did a guru project with somebody in Indiana that was having trouble with his game, hit me up on Twitter, and said, "Man, I need help." I said, "All right, well, hook me a video up." So he hooked the video up, I put it in. I did a couple of shows. I said, okay, and I hit some videos back to him of what I want him to work on. And 3 shows, I got him to break 100, which is pretty cool. You think he didn't tell his friends? He was blowing me up on Facebook. You got to come see this guy. He was blowing me up. It didn't cost me anything. I offered my services. I didn't charge him anything, but the feedback and the referrals that guy's giving me from Noblesville, Indiana, is priceless. It's unbelievable. So YouTube, so easy to do. And the blog, I use WordPress.com is what it's probably the most recognizable. There's Blogspot, there's different blog software, but I like WordPress because it has enough room to store my videos, plus you gives you great statistics of where people are finding you. It tells people, like, you can work on your SEO a little bit and get yourself to the top of the Google chains. I do reviews for like training aids all the time. If I get something I like, I'll do a review. And somewhere or another, the president finds it or whatever. They love that. So get that to the top of the search engine. It really helps out some of the other companies. But I like WordPress. They got a lot of different themes and stuff. You can make your site look really nice. If you want to pay somebody to do that, you can. But I didn't pay anybody any money. Pretty good. But if you go into golfgurutv.com, that's my site. Key resources. It's a read the talent code. Has nothing to do with golf, but it will help you, I think, as a coach. Very, very important. Read Crush It and Thank You Economy. I think those are really good. Another one by David Bierman Scott called The New Rules of Marketing. New Rules of Marketing. That was a good one. Talked a lot about this stuff. I'll promote my boy John Graham, one of the smartest guys that I know. You may know John in this room? You know him. He's my boy. We're speaking at I'm speaking at the Golf Inc. Industry Conference next week on this stuff, social media and branding. Me and John are staying together. Jason Hellman Golf, like I said, the guy from Ontario, one of my good friends now, awesome teacher. But if you have any questions, just hit me up. I'm easy to find, usually somewhere on Twitter or Facebook, or give me the email. There's my site. Open up your Twitter, I'm on playing golf. So a few of you taking notes. This is great. Hopefully you got a couple of things out of today's talk. I really appreciate you guys letting me speak to the group. And if I can help you guys in any way, just let me know. You can email me at the school. Like I said, hit me up on one of the sites. Friend me up on Facebook. Love to talk to you. Love to hear what you guys are doing in your places and learn. Because that's what it's all about. It's going to take a collective effort for all of us to get together to grow the game. And hopefully a couple of these things are going to help you do that. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Jason, and I appreciate everybody sticking around here. Really good stuff. It's certainly a lot different than it was 5-10 years ago when I started teaching 30-some years ago. So it's a whole new world, but you can realize that if you don't move along with it, it's going to pass you